Yo, what is going on, guys? As you can see above me here, we have enough for another rank 4. Now, this was recorded about a little over a week ago. My stash actually looks identical to that, though, right now. I have enough for another rank 4 right now. But a week ago, I had enough, and it was like, do I want to save it for the next featured to have, like, multiple, champs to rank 4? But I decided no. I had tournament matches. I was still in the middle of the season of the battlegrounds, and I was like, I need to do these rank ups now. I need stuff that's going to benefit my deck now. So I'm looking at my rank 3s here, and I have a lot of good options. There's a lot of champs that I want to take up, like Hyperion, that Overseer. They're very tempting. Both those guys, I would love to have them at rank 4. Crossbones, not so much. Not sure why I picked him, or selected him. I was kind of show you guys the champs I'm really thinking about. Archangel is a big one. Jugs amaze me in Karina's Volume 3. Stark Spidey, he's a god. And then Quicksilver, of course, because prestige, and he's good. But I decided to just go for Kingpin. Kingpin is incredible. Now, some people think I don't like Kingpin, and I think that's because I say Nick Fury's, the best skill champ. Now, if that's a topic for a whole other video, Kingpin versus Nick Fury. I think they're pretty close, though. I would say, Kingpin, on average, is the better attacker, and I'd say Nick Fury's definitely the better defender. So, they even out. I think both are incredible. I just think Nick is a little bit better overall, so good on offense and so good on defense, whereas, Kingpin is so good on offense and he's alright on defense. So that's why I consider Nick to be better overall. Personally, I consider multiple things when I rate champions, in my own brain. It's not just who's the better attacker, There's a lot of factors that go into it for me, but I still love Kingpin, man. And I have proof right here in my hand. You see this? You guys see this right here? This is a Kingpin card. I still have all my cards like this from the MCOC arcade game. And Kingpin was my favorite character to play on there. I'm undefeated with this card. Every single time I've ever played with this card, I have not lost. And this was before he was buffed. This was 2019. This is years ago, man. It's like 4 years ago at this point. My love for Kingpin persists, okay? I really like this guy. Before his buff on the arcade game is bare bones MCOC, so there's not, I don't even think there's dexterity. So, so Kingpin on that arcade game, just belly bumping everything and everyone, and it's so much fun. Look, he's like mid belly bump on the picture. Love this guy. I love Kingpin, man. And so he was an absolute god for the 3rd Battlegrounds meta. Right here, that was a bad time to throw that special. But yeah, you can see he hits so hard in the Hazard Shift meta, just purifying all the debuffs, getting the overpower going. It's wild. This Hulkling was being really annoying, and I'm gonna end up losing the round. But Kingpin still did a pretty solid job against him. And I'm still at this point, this was one of my first fights with him. Still, was learning, getting better with him. My opponent was actually using the Kingpin as well. One more Battlegrounds fight for you guys. This one is pretty sick. So this was against a Nick Fury. My opponent, again, is also using Kingpin. He's very, very popular for this meta. But I got Gallon on defense. My rank 5 Gallon. We can trust Gallon. And Gallon we trust. And so here we got a Nick Fury, and yeah, we're just going to town, just basically hoping that, we purify all the debuffs. There's no synergies in Battlegrounds, but, so we can't, get that guaranteed shrug rate, but it's pretty reliable. I do make some mistakes here, get hit while he's, unblockable. That is okay. Here we get the double overpower buff for the special 2. Unfortunately, we get no crits. Go for a little deflect intercept with the unstoppable. Man, I'm really enjoying champions that have that unstoppable effect so much more now that I know it actually counts as an intercept. When they just tap your block and you immediately retaliate. Started calling that a deflect. And yeah, Kingpin has easy access to that unstoppable. It's really, really nice with him. It's really nice with him. So we took down that Nick Fury in 50 seconds. 50 seconds, 50k points. Not bad, dude. Not bad. And it is going to be enough to win us this round. Because like I said, in Gallon, we trust. That's the Battlegrounds gameplay I got for you guys. Now we're going to move into some Thronebreaker event quest. So here we have the Titania boss. I was just running through with Gallon and KINGPIN. This was the team I was rocking. And I was just using Gallon for almost every fight. This was like right after I took Gallon to rank 5, like not too long after. So I was really just enjoying him and 100%ing Thronebreaker. And then I had my KINGPIN along as well for the ride. After, you know, learning, just taking him up, trying to learn him, trying to use him more, and trying to get some gameplay. And I was like, oh, a Titania boss. This should be pretty good because, you know, she applies debuffs. Like you see right there, she applied a debuff through my block. Right there, some staggers. So right here we got a rune on us. So lots and lots of debuffs. So I'm just trying to, you know, shrug them and get into the overpower. So there we go. We got an overpower going. Got a couple weakness debuffs on us though, which we did not shrug, which is slightly annoying. Hoping to turn those again into another overpower. Boom. There we go. Now we got 2 of those overpower buffs, which just increase our attack by a lot. Just spamming these special ones. You see that degen's ticking hard. And we just gotta watch out for these haymakers, but it's not too bad to deal with here. The nodes aren't really crazy. She has a power gain node, which is actually kind of nice because if you bait her specials, she doesn't trigger the haymakers if it's active. But yeah, KINGPIN just, you know, being an absolute god here. Anywhere that there's going to be some debuffs, especially non-damaging, is just so good for KINGPIN because he's going to be shrugging all of that, you know. So here, Haymaker activated at a little bit of a poor time, and I love to just finish the fights with the belly bump. You know, when I play KINGPIN, sometimes I belly bump too much, but that's okay because I'm having fun. So here we have a spot. You can see the nodes here. I hopped into this fight and I was like, oh, I should record this. A spot like this is gonna be good. So I'm really glad I recorded this fight. It's very wild. Spot is annoying to fight. He's really annoying to fight. But you know, I think there's only like 3 champs that I've really are comfortable using against Spot, and that's Blade, he's a dimensional being, Nick Fury, because Nick Fury's a god, you know, and if you mess up, you know, you got second life. So never had a problem with Spot with Nick Fury. And Archangel. Archangel just melts Spot because he's not immune to bleed or poison. So those are like the 3 counters I'm comfortable with. But you know, more and more people are. There's gonna be so many spots. As soon as the next feature comes out, Spot's gonna be everywhere. So I was like, I wonder how KINGPIN would do here. I know Spot does apply some ruptures or something. So you know, if KINGPIN can shrug those, we should be pretty good. And here, yeah, you can see he's applying so many debuffs to me. Really annoying. Really annoying. This guy really gonna need to learn those animations. They're just so wild. Maybe once I get him and use him, it'll be easier to learn them. But yeah, I really have no idea how to fight Spot as well. Like no idea what I'm doing here. This is just KINGPIN basically taking the wheel, and he is gonna go for a special 3, which is this is one of the coolest animations, dude. Actually, I think. Yeah, this is such a sick animation. So cool, and it just reminds me so much of the 90s Spider-Man cartoon with Spot. And I think KINGPIN and Spot dealt with each other in the show. I think, did KINGPIN have to do with him getting his powers? I feel like he did. I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen that now. I just remember he had like a little device. It looked like a kind of like a camera, and that like opened the portals. I remember that's how he got his powers. Yeah, that's such a good show, man. That's my childhood. That's my childhood. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with KINGPIN, and I figured, all right, we need like a big fight for him. So I jumped into Grandmaster's Gauntlet, and we have the MODOK boss here. So big MODOK, 800,000 health, you know, 134,000 PI. This is a big boy, but KINGPIN is also a big boy. And you know, a fun fact: KINGPIN. Let me actually Google the exact number. But you know, KINGPIN is not fat. He's not fat. It's muscle. It is all muscle. Not all. Mainly all muscle. See, KINGPIN body fat percent. Let's see what it is. I think it's like 3%. 2%! 2%! Although he appears to be a bulky individual, Kingpin is almost all muscle with just 2% body fat. Dude, that is 2% body fat. Like, bodybuilders don't have that. Like, that is 2%. That is, of course, it's fiction. But, like, you know, you gotta actually think, like, that hurts my brain to think that Kingpin is 2% body fat. Like, it hurts my brain to think that, but yeah, that just isn't insane, because that's why Kingpin's so strong. He's got a lot of muscle, you know. That's a lot of muscle he's packing. But yeah, this fight is going really solid. I have no problems fighting MCOC. I'm, you know, a lot of practice. I've been playing the game since before he came out, so you know, like as soon as MCOC came out, I started practicing fighting him. So you know, I have a pretty good idea what I'm doing. And actually, MCOC kind of reminds me of Spot in that reason, because when MCOC first came out, Blade was who I was using to counter him. He's not a dimensional being, but he's a villain, so you know, with this energy you can counter it that way. Yeah, this fight is going phenomenally. It actually has a specialist 1 node here, so you want to be throwing the special ones. You get extra attack, and your other specials get less attack. So it ended up being really good for just, you know, spamming that special 1 with Kingpin and getting those degens going. And taking for 855, that's pretty solid, man. That's like 1710 damage per second. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Plus lowering his ability actually by about 30%. Here I go for the heavies. We get the Fury going. Throw a little special 2 unblockable. Didn't do much because, you know, the specialist node, but boom, that's, bro, we're hitting 10k light crits, 14k mediums on the crits. Got 2 overpowers of Fury, unstoppable. Just, man, I really do feel unstoppable with Kingpin. It feels so good to play Kingpin, man. It just feels so good. Like, some champions, when I play them, it just feels bad to play them, you know, like nothing to do with their kit at all, just like their combos and the way they feel to play. But Kingpin, the exact opposite. He feels so smooth. Those heavies, I feel like I can just throw a heavy anytime I want with him, and I love it. I absolutely love it, bro. So that's rank 4 Kingpin. I've really been enjoying him. Yeah, he's a god. Still got my card, my trusty Kingpin card. I hope to play some more people on that MCOC arcade machine. It is fun. You know, before we had Battlegrounds, that was really the only way to 1v1 someone. And so I did get my Kingpin up to SIG 65. It's pretty much his sweet spot. Either that or 200. So I'm not taking it to 200. 65, we're chilling. Got that true nature. And yeah, guys, that is going to do it for the latest rank 4 video, Kingpin. I will have another rank 4 coming soon, but I am saving those materials for when the feature drops to hopefully take up Absorbing Man day 1, or Spot, or Infamous Iron Man. One of those guys, hopefully, will be going to rank 4 SIG 200 on the day the feature drops. I have enough material to do that to just one, so yeah, gonna have to make a good choice. But I was going to do it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the Kingpin gameplay. More to come. I'm going to practice with Kingpin a lot more. Probably going to see me using him more, especially in Battlegrounds, because he's so good in there. Yeah, it's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.